Kinsey and this is Culture Journey, and today we are going to be exploring small town life in America. I want to give y'all a little piece of American culture, but y'all, honestly, I'm not real up to date with American culture, so I thought I'd give you this because it is something that I know. I am not actually from a small town, but my mom is and my grandparents live in a small town in Kansas. I don't know if y'all remember our Mulberry video, but you can go check that out to see more of this small town life. It's completely different from what I've grown up in, and I just thought y'all would love it. So I'm going to share with y'all 8 things about small town life in America. Hope y'all enjoy. Number 1 is sometimes you can't even see your neighbors. Can you imagine living so far away from people that it's miles from where you live to your neighbors live, and so you literally can't see them, you can't see their house, can't see their property, which is kind of nice for those of you that like seclusion, introverts, but some people will be like, what? It's so far away from other people that it's just crazy. But yeah, it's kind of off the grid, just where are everybody? I don't know. Number 2 is literally everyone knows everyone. So when I go to visit my grandparents, we go to shop and people are like, oh, you must be their grandkids, and we knew y'all were coming and all of this stuff, and it's I have no idea who these people are, but everybody knows everybody. It's completely different. And then my mom, grandma will talk and be like, oh yeah, you know that person, they did this, this, and this. Just the whole town knows everybody's business and everything, and it's kind of crazy. But y'all have heard news travels fast in a small town. So yeah, if you ever visit a small town, don't be surprised if everybody knows you're there after one day or something. Number 3 is a lot of people have 2 jobs. Not everybody, but quite a few people I've met. Oh, they work here and there. And it's kind of, I feel to make a small town run, when you don't have a lot of people just kind of have to be flexible, do this, this, and this, and make it work. But yeah, it's kind of hard to draw new people when there's not a lot of job opportunities, and so yeah, they just make do, have multiple part-time jobs and whatnot, and it's amazing. Number 4 is it's just safer out there in the country. People don't lock their doors in cars that much and stuff. There's just not very much crime. Honestly, if you hear of a crime, that'll be an explosion. The town has never seen that in 50 years sort of thing. But I remember when I was younger and I went to my grandparents' house and I would be like, can I go outside? And my mom finally told me, you don't have to ask to go outside here. And I'm like, what? They weren't worried about me. I just be playing in the yard and stuff. They're not worried a car's gonna come run over me or something, or somebody's gonna kidnap me, because it's safe in the country. So yeah, it's kind of a cool whole different vibe, but it's very surprising and hard to get used to, just kind of the relaxedness and the trust there is in small communities. Number 5 is people there are just so friendly. It's crazy. But like I said, at the grocery store and stuff, people will come up talk to you. Since everybody knows everybody, everyone's really friendly. But even with strangers, they're really friendly still. And driving, everybody waves as you pass a car, because you do not pass many cars, so it's not you're waving all the time. But yeah, so I first started learning to drive in Kansas, and so that was one thing I'm I have to learn how to do this first. And so I perfected my steering wheel wave and stuff. But yeah, it's just fun that everybody's just so friendly. So yeah, you can definitely count on that when you go to a small town. Number 6 is shopping. This is a big one. So you see, not all small towns have stores and stuff, and especially not grocery stores. So you actually have to drive a ways. For my grandparents, it's like almost an hour to the nearest Walmart. So they go to like a smaller grocery store sometimes, but y'all, when my grandma goes to Walmart, it's gonna take a while. So since the grocery stores are so far away, people buy like so much stuff at a time because the grocery store isn't right around the corner. You can't go in like 5 minutes and be like back with hot dog buns or something. No, you have to like have everything you need for at least more than a week usually. Some people probably do months. Some people might, I don't know, drive into town every week. But pretty much if you go to town, you're gonna go to the grocery store, especially when my grandparents have all the grandkids and stuff. We're always running out of stuff. And so if we're in town, it's like, oh, well, we might as well go to the grocery store. So yes, I've had some long shopping trips, but you know, it's okay. There's a lot of cool stuff at the grocery store, like food. Number 7 is stoplights. You can go to a very small town and there isn't going to be any stoplights. Some a bit larger towns have like one stoplight. But stoplights are like not very popular in Kansas, at least. You know, other states and stuff might have like more stoplights, but that's definitely like just there's not very many stoplights. And then the ones that there are that I've seen are on the side of the road. And see, for us, it's normal to have like the stoplights above the road and stuff. So like you see it on the side and it's so confusing. Like you don't even see it there at first because you're not used to that. So yeah, like don't expect to see a lot of stoplights. And I think that's just because there's not a lot of traffic. So you don't really need stoplights. Honestly, traffic's like non-existent. At my grandma's house, if we see a car, we're like, oh, it's rush hour, ha ha ha. Because no, like you can walk down the middle of the street for like an hour and not see anyone. It just depends, but yeah, you don't see a lot of cars and traffic because you're in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Number 9, wait, what? No, number 8, y'all, last one, is gravel roads. In the country, like a lot of roads out there where nobody really goes a lot are gravel. They don't take time to pave them, and I don't know if that's like good for farming and stuff, but yes, you see a lot of those, and so you have to learn how to drive on those a bit differently. You don't go quite as fast, and there's rocks and there's holes and sometimes and stuff, and you drive in like the middle of the road until you see a car or something. The crazy thing about gravel roads though is if it rains a lot, it becomes crazy. One time we were with my grandparents, we were leaving after it rained, and it was like an amusement park ride. It was so wild, like the mud and everything. It's hard to drive in that. That takes practice and experience. But yeah, it was like crazy. Sometimes they're like stranded at home because like the water's just risen so high and the roads are flooded. So yeah, you have to be careful about that. Just watch out for those gravel roads and you should be good. That concludes our video. I hope you all learned a lot. If you have any questions about this topic or want to share other things you know, please leave that down in the comments and like this video. If you're not already, please subscribe, and I will see you in this video. I can't wait. Bye!